A basic web page, like this one, is made up of HTML tags, like all these. Now, when we want to style a web page, how do we bring CSS into it? We add a style tag, and the browser knows when it sees a style tag to use its CSS engine to process that tag. We usually put this style tag in the head because we want to make sure that the browser processes the styles before it renders the HTML tags. Otherwise, if we put style at the bottom here, then we could have an FOUC, a flash of unstyled content, and people would see our web page naked. Gross. Let's bring it back here where it belongs. Okay, so now this web page has style. How do we bring JavaScript into a web page when we want to add interactivity? For that, we add a script tag. And the best place to put a script tag is actually at the very bottom of the page, right before your end body tag. I've put it there, and I'll explain why it's there in a bit. Now, what can I put inside this script tag? We can put any valid JavaScript in it, like var 4 equals 2 plus 2. But that's not terribly exciting because nothing's happening on our web page. And if you're on Khan Academy, you probably already knew that 4 equals 2 plus 2. So one thing I can do to check that it works is to write this line of code here. Okay, you don't see anything, right? And maybe you've never seen this function before. This function, console.log, is a special one we can use in many JavaScript environments, including browsers, and it will write out things to the JavaScript console. You can find that console in your browser by pressing Command Option I or Control Option I, or right-clicking anywhere on your page and selecting Inspect Element. Pause the talk through now. Try to bring up your dev console to see that message. So, did you see it? Great. You can close the console now if you'd like, as it can take up a lot of room. It can also get distracting since it'll show you every error as I'm typing. It is a great tool for debugging though, so definitely file it away in your toolbox. Now let me actually do something to the page with JavaScript, using a line of code that will not make a lot of sense yet. Document.body.inner.html equals woo all up in your web page. See what happened? Our web page disappeared and was replaced with our Elite Hacker message. We'll go into more details about how this line of code actually works, but basically it found the body tag and replaced the contents. Now, what would happen if I copied and pasted this script tag and stuck it up in the head with the style tag? It doesn't work. Why not? Because the web page evaluates the script tag before it sees the body tag, and it says, uh-oh, I haven't even seen document.body yet, and you're trying to manipulate it. That can't happen. That's why we have to put our script tag at the bottom of the page so that the web page sees the body tag first, sees everything in it, and then we start doing stuff to it. We want to make sure that the web page exists first. And that's different from CSS. We want to put our style tag at the beginning because the CSS parser is fine with applying styles to things that don't exist yet. It'll just apply them once they happen. But JavaScript DOM is not fine with that. So make sure it goes at the bottom here. Try adding a script tag in the next challenge, making sure you put it at the bottom, and then I promise I will explain much more about this line right here.